Hello, this is U.S. Immigration Attorney Sharifa Tharpe. I'm here live to take your U.S. immigration related questions, but I want to share some news with you first, and I think it's a good time to also highlight the benefits, the valuable benefits that the T visa offers. So we got a very special T visa approval this morning, and why it's special is because my client had no hope of getting her papers because she was inadmissible, permanently barred, no hope to get any kind of green card. But there is one thing that can be done, and that is a T visa. Now, even when you have a permanent bar, the T visa, in order to get the T visa, we can apply for a special waiver that allows our clients to get that waiver, remove all the inadmissibilities, including permanent bars, to be able to get their papers. Here's the other miraculous type of effects of the T visa is once you are approved for the T visa and the inadmissibilities, that means the permanent bar, you're barred from applying for anything, that is waived, that's forgiven. Hi there, BB Nelly. Then it means that you can go on to get the green card and that will not be used against you. So it is an excellent form of relief that works, and it worked for our client here. So we've had multiple of these cases, but what is special about this particular client, and here it is, here's the green paper, is that our client had 6 inadmissibilities. Alien present without admission or parole, misrepresentation, alien not in possession of 6 months valid passport, certain aliens previously removed, unlawful presence for 1 year or more, previous immigration violation after removal, all waived. Now, my client has her papers and can get the green light to go on to get the green card. So this is just an example of why you should not even let past immigration violations or past offenses, even criminal offenses, stop you from talking to us about qualifying for this. We would have to make sure you qualify for the T visa, but once you qualify, know that you should not necessarily worry about the inadmissibilities. We definitely have to earn this, by the way. This isn't it. The waivers aren't granted just by granting the T visa. We do have to earn it, but it is possible, and our team works very hard to earn these results for our clients. So we did it, and I am elated for my client who has been here for decades not being able to get the papers to be able to live a full life here legally. That's going to change. That's all going to change. She can put this immigration thing behind her soon enough, and that's going to be an old tale, a tale about adversity that she overcame. And I am honored to be a part of that story. All right, so now that I've shared with you one of the miraculous benefits of the T visa, I'm going to leave it to you to reach out to us to get the assistance you need, because the only way I'm going to be able to help you is to talk to you in a consultation and be able to determine whether you qualify for this benefit so that we can move forward. But this is just an example of you should not let anything that happened in your past stop you from at least talking to us about qualifying for this benefit. Now, one other thing for the T visa, I do represent my clients in a number of kinds of cases. So keep in mind that one thing I say is if you're without your papers and you are here, you're trying to figure out how to get legal status, even if you already talked to another attorney, still talk to us. It's me. We have two other attorneys that I work closely with to be able to evaluate your case. But the reason I say it's important to have this conversation with me is because I ask questions, and my fellow attorneys here at ST Law Office, Attorney Diana, Attorney Bria, we ask the questions that other attorneys don't ask. I don't just ask you, are you married to a US citizen if you're undocumented? And if you're not, say, well, go find a boyfriend and or a girlfriend and go and come back to me. No, that is patronizing. I don't do that. And I understand people don't want to have that be their only option. I understand that. And so I ask the questions that matter to be able to fix a situation when you don't have your papers and you want to fix that, to be able to legally live here, work here, and do all of that without leaving the United States. So this victory here is another example why I am fulfilling the work that God has given me to do. I honestly believe that. And so many people have told me this. And, by hearing that, I understand what the mission is. So many people have told me they're say a prayer, and then I pop up in front of them with a solution. And we've succeeded for those clients. So this is just another example. I have many examples of this, but today is just another renewal of my faith and my confidence in the mission that we have to achieve here at ST Law Office. All right, so let me answer some questions. I have an appointment at 1:30, so I have to head out at that time. But let's try to get through as many questions as possible. Now, put your questions in the comments. Now, if I don't get to it, I'll dedicate another live to answer questions. Hi, good morning. After USCIS requests additional evidence, how long after normal green card would be granted? And also, is it possibility it might take up to 3 years after? 3 years is kind of long after a request for evidence. If that's the case, you definitely want to look at a case inquiry, because 3 years is pushing it. Or if they're not responding to a case inquiry, you may need to sue. Now, don't be afraid of that option. That is a viable option, to sue if you are being ignored and your case is far beyond the time. So that's where you need to definitely get in touch, and let's talk about your case. What's the first step after marriage? So if you're married to a US citizen, to file those papers. Can my mom file or sponsor for me while in the US? She's very sick and she needs someone. So unfortunately, her being sick alone isn't gonna qualify you. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be the case. I got my receipt notice last September 18th, but it doesn't have an access code. Do I need to wait? Yes, they'll send that in a separate document. Talk about crime that will not allow you to get a green card. It depends. As I just showed you here before, there are a number of ways to get forgiveness for that, right? So that is very broad. But what I would say for the T visa, I believe if you have committed acts of terrorism or you're a threat to national security, that may stop you from getting the T visa. Those are the disqualifying, but everything else is open for consideration, including, by the way, if you've had offenses regarding drugs, possession of any kind of drugs. If you notice, in other cases, there's no waiver. In this case, there could be a waiver. How can I get my papers without getting abused or married? How can I come about it? So you'll have to talk to us. Now, I am not telling this. I think this question is a little misconstrued. Nobody is saying that you have to get abused to get your papers here. But if I definitely am here to assist people who have been through things. But if you want to figure out other ways without getting married, that's where just give us a call and we'll talk about your particular circumstances. This is about, each consultation is about your particular circumstances and whether you qualify. Asking for a friend, what happened if your case is denied? then you need to talk to us and we have to figure out why. Can a Bahamian citizen apply for a green card while still living in the Bahamas? Yes, through family members, through an employer, and that's possible. I'm in the filing process. Could you share what is the A number? The A number is an identifying number that they give every immigrant who's going through the immigration process. What are the criteria? Thanks for your patience, everybody. I just got disconnected, but I think we're back. So I say this because it is extensive. The definition is very broad and it's extensive. If you have been forced into a situation where you felt stuck, you felt forced into that situation, you felt forced to do work or do acts that you were not willing to do, but you felt like you had to do by an employer, by an intimate partner, by friends, family, could be anybody. Anybody, if one person caused you to do something against your will, whether it's work or even sexual acts against your will, or attempted to make you do that, then this is grounds for T visa relief and you need to call us. We have to do a more detailed review, but that's what I want you to start with so that we can talk to you about your particular facts, because it happens in different situations. It happens in the family context, it happens in the employment context, it happens in intimate partner context, it happens in, we've had a case with a landlord tenant situation where the landlord forced our client to make up rent by forcing our client to work in the complex without pay, right? And they were not willing to do that. They didn't know they were had to do that until they were now living in the complex. So that is a T. So it's very broad, and the situations are different on a case by case basis. What is a consultation fee? $150. And I can tell you, my client and the many clients that have gotten approval, starting with that consultation, that was small, a small investment compared to what they will get for a lifetime, right? So it's a small investment compared to the benefits and the fact that you do have a shot at figuring out your options. I received my prima facie letter after 2 years in VAWA application, got a date, my I-360 RFE response received. What comes next after waiting over 2 years? So it could take up to 3 years. So unfortunately, it can be a while. So I see Instagram looks like, is it working? Can you guys hear me on Instagram? Let me know because it's frozen on. Oh yeah, I see it's working. Okay. Good morning, Madam. The immigration judge order you removed and you get married to a U.S. citizen. Can you get a green card? Yes, it's possible. It's more complex. You may have to get the case reopened and then terminated and then apply for the green card. So there's a bit of complexity there, but it's possible. What would you say about 7 months after request evidence for green card? Is that too long? Also, are within time frame? So anything, it just depends on the processing times at the service center and what the issue is regarding the request for evidence. If you have a receipt and then they underpaid you, do I qualify for T? That alone, now underpayment, being underpaid after they promise you a certain amount is definitely a red flag. But keep in mind that just based off of one sentence, you telling me one sentence about being underpaid is not enough. We need to have a conversation. And that's where the consultation is going to be very important. Our schedules are filling up, so please make sure you get on the schedule of either me, Attorney Bria, or Attorney Diana to talk about your particular circumstances so we can qualify you and get started if you qualify. How can I remove my conditional 2 years without the spouse? through. Now, if you're getting divorced, if you're being mistreated, those are two bases to be able to get it removed. So give us a call. Yes, definitely, Jessica. Yes, we just got an approval for our client, and because our client was wise enough before our client's green card didn't expire for another year, and um, our client made sure to get advice, and we're able to start her process early. Because of that, she now has her 10-year and all involving um, getting it without involving the spouse. How long does the bona fide T visa take? So we don't know yet. It just started. So we're just not even a month in, we're like a little over 5 weeks now. We have not, we're seeing. So as soon as I get an idea of what the processing times are, I'm going to let you know. But get those applications in. Do you do online consultations? Yes, give us a call. Give us a call, and we can get started. I wish I could spend a little more time with you, but I have an appointment now, so I'm going to head out. But keep in mind, follow me, subscribe, so that as soon as I go live, you can join me and we can continue with questions. In the meantime, if you want questions specific to you, you need to get started on your process. Now is a good time, as you can see, based on this, right? This approval, this miraculous approval. To some people, this is a miracle. Go ahead and give us a call and schedule your consultation, or go to the link in the profile, go to the link in the description of the video. You will see the link to our link tree where you can schedule your own appointment. And when you schedule your own appointment, it means you're on one of our calendars and you're all set to go. So do that. That's where you're going to really get answers about your specific case. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will work to get on here tomorrow so I can answer some more questions. I just wanted to share this good news to show you all that this is possible for you. All right. So have a good one. Bye-bye.